name is Derek Coffeesider. I'm an art teacher and I'm 23 years old. I would say my lifestyle is basically I work in Hoboken, New Jersey, and I live in Union City, New Jersey. And from my perspective, I would say Hoboken is a much wider area and definitely more wealthy area, and then Union City is a lot more diverse and probably it's more working class people, and Hoboken is more upper class. But I definitely prefer, I'm actually new to Union City, but before that I used to live in New York City, and I noticed that over time, even in just the 4 years that I lived there, the rent prices just kept going up and up and up, and people's living conditions kept getting worse and worse. So it was really frustrating to see that happen, because every year my friends and me, we would all have to move to a new place because rents just kept going up. These changes make me feel really frustrated and sad, because I know that life could be a lot simpler, but landlords and real estate companies they just care about profit and they don't really care about the people living there. So seeing what me and my friends and even people that I don't know have to go through just to find affordable housing makes me really frustrated, because I know that there are other ways to do things that would not put people in these situations. So I would say that gentrification is when housing prices increase so much that the native people to the place can't afford to live there. I think that positive changes are good, and things that improve people's quality of life are good, but I'm going to say gentrification does either of those things. I would say the disadvantages of gentrification are that they ruin the culture of a place, because now the people who lived there for such a long time and created community and created traditions now can't live there anymore. So you lose a lot of the culture. I would say that the average everyday person doesn't benefit at all from gentrification. If you're a rich person or a property owner or a landlord, then you benefit because then you make more money. But for regular working class people, there's nothing good about gentrification.
That's the honest truth right there. Now, look at the other part of gentrification. All the original people in Hoboken had to move out because a lot of them can't pay no $1,400, $1,600 a month rent for one bedroom. So if you got a wife and a kid and she's working, you have to stay at work to keep the apartment you have. Now you got to eat. So food don't grow on trees, and when it's done, you have to pay to take it off the tree. Anything else?
No, that'll be all. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, an example in where I live right now in Union City is I know that the mayor of Union City is actually working really hard to go against gentrification, because they know how important keeping the culture is and keeping the diversity that they have. And they have a long history of having immigrants and different types of people, so they actually don't allow new buildings to be built, like new high-rise expensive buildings. They try to keep what they already have, and by doing that, then they can keep the rents low and they can keep the community that's living there. I'd say this interview definitely made me think about the way that gentrification affects communities, and it just reminded me how corrupt some people are and what people will do for money.